Mic test. Is everyone ready? Um, there's gonna be a little something. So if you have sound and other stuff, I recommend stopping all the other sound and listening. You don't need to look. You can keep doing your own thing, but make sure you have sound on and not other stuff to distract you. All you gotta do is listen. In the long, long ago, in a distant kingdom forgotten by history, was the city of Ceylon, known across the land for its wheat fields. The yellow tapestry they wove across the land attracted the gaze of a ferocious dragon. Fierce to have been tricked by the shimmering ears looking like the gold it was coveting, the beast started rampaging through the countryside. Its foul breath would burn anything it touched. Its drool poisoned the wells and rivers, and its claws would shred through armor like butter. The king, in an attempt to save his people, went to the dragon and bargained for days. After losing many brave men to the beast's fury, he managed to calm it down. But the dragon's ire wouldn't be sated that easily. In exchange for a truce, it asked for a ship to be delivered each day to the lake where it will nest, and for all the swords to be melted away. The king thought those demands reasonable in exchange for peace in his kingdom. Started then a fragile cohabitation between the inhabitants of Ceylon and the dragon lying in the nearby lake. Time went on, harvest came, winter covered the land in its cold blanket, spring came with life anew, and the fields glided again. But the morale was low. Winter has been harsh. Livestock perished. After running out of sheep, the king started sending cows, pigs, and every meat that could be found to the dragon. When spring came, there was nothing left. The people, starved but proud, started drawing lots to sacrifice one of them to the beast. A big bag was filled with the names of all of those who lived in the kingdom, and each day a paper was taken out to elect the tribute to be sent. And as the population was slowly devoured, the king sought help from the neighboring kingdoms. None answered, not wanting to become the dragon's next target. Came the day the king's daughter was elected. The king bargained with the people to find a volunteer to replace her in vain. He, who was too cowardly to face the beast again and sacrifice his people to a slow agony, was scorned for trying to save his child over those he sent to their death. The princess, prouder than her father, accepted her fate. She prepared herself, dressing up in a red dress and a black bustier, and wrapped her shoulders in a white fine lace shawl. A similar black lace covered her long white hair, and a red silk stole around her arms completed her outfit. Followed by her father's lamentations, she sets off towards the lake and her destiny, carrying nothing but her country's flag furled as if the country was already mourning her loss. On her way, she met with a knight in shining armor on his horse. Intrigued by her, he stopped and asked where she was going. "I'm setting off to finish what my father started, to face what he faced, and to restore peace to those lands," she said with a defiant tone. Moved by such a display of devotion to her cause, the knight came down his horse, knelt before her, and prayed to his saint patron, Sant Jordi, that she could achieve what she needed. After the prayer, they parted, and she continued to the lake. Arriving near the dragon's lair, she called out to the Scale King, "You who terrorize this land, come out. On this day, I declare, I will not let you harm my people any further. Your bloody reign comes to an end. Now, this I swear on these vows." The dragon came out with a whistling sound, probably what could be called loud for its kind, slithering like a snake. It was walking on 4 powerful legs, and as it emerged from the cave, it extended its wings and perked its head high, towering over the small child who was defying it. But the princess didn't flinch. Brandishing her standard, she let loose the ropes holding it and revealed a perfectly polished side. As the sun glistened on its surface, it blinded the dragon for a fraction of a second. It was enough for her. With agility, she dashed towards it, avoiding the fiery breath that scorched the rock she was standing on. Nimble on her feet, she dodged the sharp claws aimed at her. The giant lizard, having lived for too long in that cave, fed with easy prey, wasn't ready for a fight. It tried to keep up, raining fire around them, lacerating the ground, but it was useless. The proud princess held her people in her heart, and she wasn't going to lose to a hellish beast. Filled with courage and determination, she spun around, leaving wounds with each swing of her blade. In a few minutes, the body of the creature was covered in trails of blood, not deep enough to be mortal, but she'd sending a jolt of pain in its body, slowing it down. The prince seized these chains and grabbed her stole, encircling the dragon's maw with it. Dropping her side, she grabbed the fabric and, with a quick knot, released the beast, preventing it from opening its mouth. Holding its head low, she forced it to swallow its own poison, weakening it even further. To keep it grounded, the prince stepped on its impromptu leash and grabbed her side again. In a last effort to regain its former glory, the beast raised the claw to strike at the princess. With a swift motion, she severed the fingers coming at her. The foot dropped near her, shortened by a few dozen centimeters, harmless, bleeding a vile substance. As I said, your bloody reign is over. Now! Go and never come back! She attached the flag back on the side's pole, this time letting it flow freely in the wind. Putting it over her shoulder, she left the defeated monster and headed for the city without a glance back. As she arrived, the people peeked through their windows. Reassured by seeing their princess alive, they soon swarmed her at the gate, cheering for her safe return. As the commotion was reaching the castle, a group of men descended, the knight she had seen earlier in their lead, the king behind them. My daughter, oh, I'm so glad you're back. I was so scared. The king fell on his knees, praying to the skies for this miracle. The knight approached. My lady, had I known earlier you were the princess, I would have gone with you, so I could kill this foul beast and free the land of its tyranny. I'm glad to see you safe, and I must go after the horrid monster before it realizes its meal is missing. You won't. His face turned red from the shock of her answer. Your help, though appreciated, is no longer needed, Sir Knight. Brandishing her blooded side for all to see, the princess continued. The beast has been vanquished, and I let it go, so it would serve as a lesson for anyone who would try to impose their will on us. We won't give up. Take our blades away, and we'll pick what we have to defend ourselves. As the crowd erupted in cheers to the discourse, a rumbling sound came from the fields, approaching the city. The dragon, outraged by the humiliation it suffered, was flying over the weed. Its maw, still held shut by the stove, couldn't let any fire out, but the leaking drow was killing any plant it dropped on. As the citizens backed in fear, the knight dispersed his mount toward the threat. The dragon wasn't flying high, but still out of reach of the sword brandished at it. With a flick of its tail, it sent the man flying off his horse, landing in a cacophony of clanking metal. As he was fighting his heavy armor to get back on his feet, he barely stopped the impact claws with his shield. But the weight of the dragon was too much, and soon he was pinned to the ground under his opponent. The princess, who was patiently waiting to see how the knight would fare, intervened. I told you to go in peace. You brought this fate upon yourself. We are not cattle, waiting to be devoured. We won't abide by your whims any longer. Roused by her words, some braver souls in the crowd grabbed whatever makeshift weapons they could, sticks of wood, fork, cutlery, scythes. Followed by her people, the prince walked towards the dragon. For an instant, she could see a glimmer of fear in its eyes, but its anger was too much. It growled as it pressed down on the knight. The metal creaked and squeaked, threatening to give under the immense pressure. Winding up her side, the prince aimed at the beast's heart, and before he could do anything, the sharp metal pierced through its scales. In pain, the monster struggled, ripping the stone apart, and let the thunderous roar out as it released its last breath. With a loud thud, it fell to the ground, lifeless. A pool of blood was forming under his chest, splitting into 4 streams running through the golden field. A poetic end for such a terrible creature that would be immortalized in flags to come. As the princess pulled her side out, a bush sprouted from the ground where the blood spilled. In a few seconds, it grew to waist high, and before long, flowers bloomed. From the prickly thorns came out the most beautiful roses anyone ever saw. A deep crimson red and the size of a small fist. They were magnificent. The princess delicately picked one and grabbed a few ears of wheat to bundle around the thorn. The villagers behind her cheered loudly. With a few helped the knight get out from under the corpse, the king, who fled to security of the city walls, came out and rushed to his daughter. Ignoring him, she headed to the castle, followed by the crowd. The king was left alone with the knight and a few confused advisors. As she reached the castle, the prince asked to see her mother. "My daughter, oh, praise the skies, you're back!" As they met, the daughter offered the rose to her mother before embracing her. When the king arrived, he was back to his usual self. A strong leader who went through the hardest decisions for his people. Congratulating profusely his daughter for her feat, he decided this history should be passed down as a tale of courage, bravery, and love for the country. The kingdom reconstruction would start with telling the tale of the strong princess who saved the kingdom, with the blessing of Sant Jordi. Books will be made and shared with everyone who wanted. Bards and minstrels would sing about the princess and the dragon. This day became a celebration throughout the kingdom, and it's still celebrated today. On April 23rd, to commemorate those events, people exchanged roses and books, 2 symbols of the legend. The rose that bloomed from the blood of the dragon, and books made to record those events to history, and pass them down to us. What do you think? Oh my god, there's 2 chats. Holy shit. Hang on. There's 2 chats moving on. There we go. Hello. What do you think? What do you think? All credits for the amazing story writing to Lapis, who did wonders to help me make my own version of Sant Jordi. Disclaimer, the real tale that I was told about when I was a child was not like that. The one who defeats the dragon, it's the knight, Sant Jordi. But when I was growing up, I always dreamed about the princess saving herself. So I made it happen. So Princess Toki saved herself and fought her own battle. Also, don't run yet. Don't run away yet. We have many surprises. For context, this is a stream I had prepared for 23rd of April, but due to technical difficulties and all stuff, we are celebrating a month and a half, but we don't talk about it because we are time guardians, right? We do whatever we want with time. Okay, is BGM okay? Is it too loud? Also, hello everyone. So, the reason I wanted to introduce everyone to this celebration is because it's one of the biggest celebrations we do here. So it's very big. and important for Toki. I have prepared a bit of context and history and storytelling about, where is it from, what does it mean, what does it make. But the legend of Sant Jordi, it's the day we celebrate kind of like Valentine's, but better. It's a day where, the tradition is to give roses to the girls and books to the guys. But, with time, things have mixed match. I've always gotten both from my mom, a book and a rose. And, the streets of, all around Catalonia get, decorated, and a lot of stalls are put out to sell roses and books. It's really beautiful. It's really beautiful. And it's a bit of a celebrate of our culture and our language. It's a day to tell stories. And that's why I wanted to tell it in a storytelling format. And Lapis, thank you, Lapis. Help me make it through. My voice acting is very sucky, so thank you for putting up with that. Eventually, you can check it up on Lapis. I will not post it. Lapis will be the one who posts it and puts everything out. So make sure you follow her and give her all the love she needs. She did an amazing work, and I couldn't be prouder. Also, I'm gonna speed run through the stream a bit because I have a bit of stuff going on. Oh my god, thank you for the gifted sub. Oh my god, thank you. But I have two more surprises. I'm a bit shy, but there's gonna be a bit more context, okay? I have prepared something else. Because thank you for the resub. Thank you. I have prepared something else because let's say that I wanted to do this because this means a lot to me. I grew up bilingual, and nowadays I speak more English than I do Spanish and even less Catalan. And it makes me, I know it's a very small language, and when I started streaming, I was surprised that people didn't know that the language existed. So I have prepared something else. Give me a second. It comes. Surprise number 2, please don't judge. I did my best. I put all my effort. This is something that I thought about, and I wanted to make it happen. It's all my idea. It's all something I had in my head. My head works in different ways. It's not something very conventional, but I really hope you like it. Oh my god, I'm scared.
Nena, estic boig per tu. Em passo els dies esperant la nit. Com et puc estimar si de mi estàs tan lluny? Servil i acabat, boig per tu. Sé molt bé que des d'aquest bar jo no puc arribar on ets tu, però dins la meva copa veig reflexada la teva llum. Me la veuré servir i acabat, boig per tu. Quan no hi siguis al matí, les pots per tu. Servir i acabar, pots per tu.
I'm not crying, you are. What did you think? That's my language. That's Barcelona City, everyone. I recorded everything. Oh God, I'm crying. I'm getting emotional. I posted the link for the music video. I hope you all like it. It's a song in Catalan that says I'm crazy for you. It's a bit of a romantic song with a bit of a sad sprinkle in it. Shakira sang it too. Man, I wanted to do a bit of a tribute to, and it makes me a bit sad because Papa Toki is the one who drove me around Barcelona for this. Wasn't ready, too good. Man, I remember when I recorded that, my throat was a bit bad, so it was raspy. I did a lot of work for it. And then I got sick, very sick, and my tablet wasn't working, so I couldn't go record it because I got sick with a bronchitis for 2 weeks, so I couldn't really go record it. Did you like it? Was it too bad? It's a bit cringe, is it not? Is it cringe? Weird? You have any questions? Wait, because there's more. I mean, it's not one of my favorite things, and it's not one of my favorite Catalan songs or anything, but picking a song that was a staple for a culture. It's very known everywhere, almost everyone knows the song if you've grown here, so I wanted to sing in Catalan. Every other VTuber is Japanese song, and I'm alright, and Toki is I'm gonna sing in my own language and I'm gonna record Barcelona City. I wanted you guys to see my culture a little bit today, yeah. But at the end, I have one little more surprise, and at the end of the stream, I will give you a bit of a cultural explanation of all of these. So you guys have a bit of context. But, beam, there's merch for the art. I prepared some merch. 1 second, let me make sure that the link works, because I just opened it. I'm revealing everything. There's a limited, for this time only, special postcard and some pins. I wanted to do something small. Okay, it's pretty small, but you can do command merch to go to my merch store if you wanna. It's a little postcard. It's silly stuff, I know, but you guys always want prints and stuff, and I'm working on that, but usually I wanted to be fair, I wanted to make a book marker because it's a big identity of the day we're celebrating. But I couldn't find any bookmark, so I'm like, let's make a postcard because someone in chat said you should make a postcard of these art, Toki. So I was like, you know what? Maybe I should. It would make me very happy if you use the postcard as a book binder, like to mark your book when you're reading, if you get it, because that's one of the things we use it for. It's one of the things we do. Yeah. I'm cringing a lot. I'm so sorry. I don't know how to do these weird streams. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I wanted to celebrate on specifically 23rd of April, but due to circumstances, I couldn't. So we gonna fake that it's the past. We can do that because I'm a time guardian. So, Toki mama, thank you, Naya. So, yeah, Sant Jordi is the day we celebrate and we give roses and books. And Barcelona city has they decorate buildings and everything. It's like super pretty. It's the day we embrace of our culture. The legend says that our flag, I don't know, but Catalonia, it's an autonomous community in Spain, and the legend says that the flag was made because once the Sir Knight kills the dragon and he spills blood and everything, he's bloody and he passes it through the golden shield, and it's the golden shield on the background, and then the 4 lines of bloody hell. Also, my heritage is very metal, the people the people that are Catalan people are called reapers in our community song. We are reapers that bring sights around. That's why the art, I didn't want to use the reaper art a lot because it has a bit of political undertones due to all the separatism that's growing now. But I was saying a bit of all of that, and once I put the PowerPoint presentation. It's gonna be really quick. I have prepared a PowerPoint presentation for today. because nobody understands nobody understands when I say, yeah, I am from this place, we do this, and a lot of people is oh no, that language is not a language, it's a dialect, and I'm like, no, we were people before people. Yeah. I mean, I did. 1 second. I can put my PowerPoint presentation. I think it's ready. Hang on. It's got. If you have any questions, feel free to ask away. 1 second. Is this? Yes. Look, I am so prepared. Holy shit. Are you impressed? Are you impressed? I am so prepared. I mean, I'm not gonna enter into many details. This is just context for this, so you understand where the language comes from, where the people comes to this, why it means a bit to me. I'm gonna do a little disclaimer. I do not support, I'm not gonna speak about political or anything like that. There's a huge separatism movement. I'm not gonna enter into details. You guys can think whatever you want about that. I'm just gonna give facts about cultural tradition and that kind of things. And There won't be an exam, maybe. I'm thinking about it. But maybe. Viva la revolution. So, for context, one second. I need my notes because I didn't study my own presentation. Even if a lot of people doesn't understand, I don't blame you because meanwhile there was a lot of these big things happening in the world. Spain didn't participate on any of them, so we have a really intricate own stuff. You guys studied World War II. I was studying my own civil war. Because those two were happening at the same time, the entire world was fighting and Spain was having their own little quarrels. But yeah, for context, you see my mouse, I'm here. Spain got conquered by Muslims, entirety of the Iberian Peninsula was, by Iberians, and then later Romans, and then Muslims, and then the Franks pushed them, and then we entered the cool Middle Ages when the cool stuff happened, and a lot of people died to weird stuff. This is when the crown of Aragon happened. We're talking between the 19th to the 10th century, medieval times, and then the 12th to the 14th century, when the crown of Catalan Aragonese dynasty happened. It's when the centralization of Spain happened around the center, and it was around these time, 1469. Nice. During all this time, Catalonia maintain its autonomy. It was during the War of Succession that was in 1714 that Catalonia lost its autonomy. Before that time, during all the Middle Age, we were already our thing, and during this time we lost, there was the War of Succession, we lost the autonomy, and they abolished our institutions and our language. The song I sang on was abolished 1714. And during all the time there was the crown of Spain, yada yada yada, traditional times, industrial revolution happened, powerhouse. During all this time, Catalonia had a lot of textile, and a lot of people from the south of Spain emigrated to Barcelona and all that zones. We had a really golden era around here, and it was during the Franco's dictatorship, because if you weren't aware, Spain had a dictatorship during, the 19th and 20th, up to, what time did Franco die? Somewhere. That was this time, because even during the War of Succession, people would still speak Catalan in houses. Even if we didn't have autonomy, it was still allowed. During the Franco era, it was not allowed. You would get shot on sight for speaking Catalan, and because they tried to abolish and suppress it super hard. The more you tell someone you can't do something, the more they will do it. So their identity started growing back. It was a really tough fight. Spain went through a civil war, and it was a really rough time. Those times were when Mama Toki and Papa Toki, they are pretty young, so it was by the end, but they lived a bit. My grandpas lived that time. If you had to be very careful and not to speak Catalan, Mama Toki didn't know Catalan until she had to study it in university, because it was totally forbidden. It was forbidden and shot on sight. And then, after the death of Franco is when, a Spanish constitution gave the statute of autonomy back to Catalonia. And in 1979, we got back our language. Yay! We got back our language, right? And between that time and today, we had a bilingual system. There was a lot of socialist movement grow. We went back to having money after all the civil wars. There was a going back, and by the end of 2017, it has been a lot of leftist movement about Spain wanting to be a republic and separating, but the constitution doesn't allow it. And back in 2017, there was a referendum that happened here. I do remember that day. I remember that. I was alive. And it was when Puigdemont, you might have heard that name on the news, declared the independence of Catalonia, and the state of alarm happened in Spain, in which it was deemed illegal, and a lot of Catalan politicians were imprisoned for it or ran away, and some of them are still on the runaway until today. Glad you enjoyed. So, this is how Catalonia, where I live from, became to be today, and that's the story behind the language. And even when I am not a supporter of either one movement or another, I do believe that there's something beautiful in tradition and languages, and I wanted to share a bit of it. So that's why I picked Catalan tradition to celebrate and a Catalan song to show you. For context, this is a bit of a visual on how the bouquets of flowers are delivered in Sant Jordi. They always come with a bit of wheat and the rose and with the Catalan flag. That's why it was very important that the story happened on a wheat golden field, because back in the day, this zone was really yellow, and even our own hymn sings about the reapers that cut wheat with the sides raise up. So it has become a very symbolic thing for us. And here's a picture of Barcelona and how they put all the books and stuff. And you can walk around and there's really vintage books. It's the day to go out and read. Storytelling happens. It's a very beautiful thing, I think. Yeah. We have a lot of very staple food. Please pay a lot of attention. This is alioli. Oh, I'm sorry, I skipped. This is alioli. It's made with garlic and oil, and it's from here. Grandmas make it with a mortar. This is fuet. It's not salchichon. Don't let people fool you. It's fuet. It's not salchichon. It's different. Bread with tomato. I'm sorry. This is the best thing ever. You rub bread on tomato, and and this is calzots. It's really typical here. You praise them and you eat them with sauce. Important food, right? But architecture-wise, everyone probably knows this. This is the Sagrada Familia, right? And 1 second, I need my notes. I prepared notes because I forget all the names. The funny thing about the Sagrada Familia, I don't know if you guys know, but this bitch has been under construction since 1883. Okay? This bitch has been in construction for over a century. The problem that happened is that the architect, Gaudi, got run over by a tram, so they couldn't finish it, and the only blueprints that were left were burned. So, funny fuck, he also did this, which is the Casa Batlló. Oops, sorry, I should have stopped clicking. The Casa Batlló, here is decorated with the roses from Sant Jordi. They decorated for every tradition and festivities we have. It's a majesty. It's amazing. But it's not only Gaudí. We have Salvador Dali. We have Joan Miró. We have Luis Domènech and Montaner, which is like, the architect of the Palau de la Música. And like, Barcelona has one of Europe's largest opera houses. Like the Liceo Theater is like one of the biggest opera houses like in the world. And like, we even have one of the only mercury fountains in the world. Like, we have so many UNESCO architecture buildings and stuff that it's insane. Like, I don't know. Also, we are also those, if you ever see those crazy TikToks of people doing human mountains, it's us. We do this. We over-engineered human towers. It's us. And also, this is also a UNESCO protected cultural heritage. We do this. People join clubs to practice this. The people on top is usually the youngest. It's called the Anchineta. And they have like different names. And each color is a different club. And they fight. And there's different, like, depending on how many people mount them. There's like so a specific culture only for this. Yo, we're cool, bitch. Oh my god. We also make like big heads and burn them, but we don't talk about that. Oh, also like the 24th, like in 10 days, we celebrate San Juan, which is the summer solstice, and we celebrate it with fireworks and fire, and like we bring dragons outside and they throw fire, and like traditionally we do something that it's called the fire runner. In Catalan we say correfoc. And it's like you would like there's like mountains of fireworks and fountains of fire, and you as a person, like the people of the town, will run around the dragons and the hells and the devils. And like I in order to not get burned, like you wear your long sport clothes, you put on a cap, you put a bandana, you drop a bucket of water on you, and you run between the devils on fire. It's like super cool. And all the night they throw fireworks. That's not so cool. I don't like the fireworks. They scare the doggos. But we spend like so many fireworks in one night to celebrate the summer solstice with fire. It's cool. Also, not only, but also important. One second, let me show you. We made this thing. Do you know these lollipops? Oops, sorry, I need to stop clicking. You know these lollipops? Yeah! Bitch, those are Catalan lollipops! Bang! Funny fact about the chupa chups, which means like licky licky. chupa chups, is they were made by Enric Bernard, a Catalan businessman, but the logo was designed by Salvador Dali, which is, a super cultural icon, like, man. Thank you, my girl. Thank you. This beer is the symbol of the Mediterranean beer. I hear this not so good, but what can I say when, Central European guys have better beer, but we're not gonna fight it. And cacao latte is like, or choco milk. It's like nothing can beat cacao latte. I'm sorry for all the choco milks ever. If you come to Catalonia, go to a supermarket or a bar, and you don't feel like a soda or anything, order a fresh cacao latte. You will not fail that. It's fresh choco milk. They serve it in almost every bar. Staple. I'm not lying. I'm sorry. Now, let me tell you about famous people. I know that I know that when you think about famous people, you're all thinking about Xavi and Piqué. No, we're not gonna talk about those. No, other famous people. Okay, let me stop the music for this. Do you know this girl? Do you know this girl? This is La Rosalia. You know this guy, right? This guy standing next to this woman, it's Freddie Mercury, right? And this woman was one of the best opera singers in the world. This is Montserrat Caballé, okay? Montserrat Caballé. She's Catalan. They both sang this song, which is, let me find it here. They both sang this song. I'm gonna put a little bit of it so I won't get demonetized, but
I want all the world to see a miracle sensation, my guide and inspiration. Now my dream is slowly coming true. The wind is a gentle.
you know the song? You know the song? Do you know the song? You know what the song sings about? Okay, I don't want to get demonetized. Yeah. It's done. This person is La Rosalia. She sings a lot of like really famous songs. And this person here, you might not know about him, but he's very famous. His name is Pau Casals, or known as Pablo Casals. And he was a legendary. He was not only famous, he was legendary. He was a cellist and a conductor that was a high advocate for peace. He played the song of that's title Alcanda Dalsucels. That means the singing of the birds at the White House as a symbol. It became a big symbol of peace. He was a monster. But also I'll show you what during all the time that we said that the Catalan language was abolished and people would get shot. We had music to represent and fight a bit the repression. A famous song that became something like a way of revolution without dying was Da Santa Spina. It's a sardana. It's our Catalan dance. That's what the people would dance on the streets to quietly fight. It's the most famous sardana in the world. I mean, if you want to listen more of it, like, you can. Okay, you can. But like, we also have like normal music. Okay, we have because like the Catalan identity has grown a lot in the past. We also have a lot of like Catalan pop nowadays. I'll tell you a bit. It's like we have very Catalan songs, like radio songs. And it's not bad. It's not bad. Okay. And also, let me mention Joan Manuel Serrat, because if not, Mama Toki will murder me and she will put me under the guillotine. If you don't know Joan Manuel Serrat, he's a singer of like whatever times, but Mama Toki loves him. Also, I want to mention that a lot of our people, a lot of our painters, singers, politicians had to run away. And they were shot. They were executed. Like Lluís Companys was the Catalan president before Franco, and when Franco took, he got executed. Francesc Macià was the first president of the Catalonia government. You probably know Carles Puigdemont. He was the former president of the Generalitat, and he promoted the independent movement, and he's the one who did the illegal referendum. It's Catalonian. And, okay, and what you have all been waiting for, yeah. But... Yo, bitch! Messi plays at Barca, what can I say? How many cups do we have, bitch? Get on my level. Come on. I can name a million of names. You guys probably know them better than I do. Because, you know, that's how they did it. But there's more like Barcelona phases. I could have found a... Dude. I did this PowerPoint now. I Googled Football Club Barcelona. I got this. Also, by the way, we all know the Barcelona hymn. I can sing it anytime. Like, there's a cue at my home that, you know, you just do this. You say, tot un camp, and someone will do, és un camp. Som la gent blaugrana, tant se vol d'on venim, si del sud o del nord. Ara estem d'acord, una bandera ens fa germana, blaugrana al vent, un crit valent, tenim un nom que et sap tothom, Barça, Barça, Barça. Yeah, everyone knows that song. You start that and everyone will follow. Like, it's a staple. It's a staple. Everyone knows them. We all know them. I'm not gonna talk about the people, because you guys know them better than I do, okay? I'm just gonna give a couple of interesting facts. For context, the followers of Barça are called culés, which means butting, or like bud, or something related to butts. And the reason is like, because with the Camp Nou, which is, you know, the Football Club Barcelona stadium was starting, there was only like this little bench up without like space for your back. So people will be all sitting like reclined forward. And when they took pictures from behind, you would only see the butts of people. So we are the butters, like butt, like from your ass. Yeah, the assers. Because cool means ass in Catalan, so we are culés. That's the reason why. And second very interesting fact, La Masia, which is the place where they train young people, it's a name for like it's the name that our cultural farmhouses have. A masía is a cultural house that was in the farm before, and it has become the place where like talents are raised, not only for Football Club Barcelona. Barcelona, like the FC Barcelona, has a lot of like different sports. They do a lot of sports, and you know they put a lot of money into cultural and helps to promote people in need. Lamine Yamal, by the way, is like from the next city here. I would take like 20 minutes driving, and I would like, you know, they are all really nearby. It's something that makes me really proud knowing that. Forget about this guy. We don't like this guy. This guy put a tomato on his face. Piqué, fucking bullshit, Shakira, asshole, but we don't talk about that. And I, Herbie, here, without Papa Toki listening, must rely that I, Toki, I am not a Barca nor a Madrid fan. I am an Athletic fan, but I love Barca. Please don't tell my dad. He will remove me from my heritage. Because Papa Toki loves Barca, and my home, they all love Barca. So it's the Football Club Barcelona is the symbol of Catalan pride, you know. There's Carlos Puyol, Xavi Hernandez, there was like Pep Guardiola, Busquets, Piqué, Jordi Alba, like there's a million names I could, Victor Valdez. It's more than a club, you know, there's a million names. You all know them better than I do if you like a bit of football, so. Sorry, that got intense. And lastly but not least, I'm gonna do really not entering into details about politics, because you know, because of the history of Catalonia. Also, Catalan does not come from Spanish. Catalan is its own language. It comes from Occitan and Latin, like Spanish, like Portuguese, like French, like Italian. We all have the same roots. It's not a dialect. It's its own language by itself. Okay. Catalonia is a really bilingual community. It means that when Toki grew up, I grew up learning both languages at the same time. My educational system teaches both languages together. Our government and our paperwork and our bureaucracy is all done in Catalan, especially for education and like sanity, like healthcare. It's autonomy governated, but we also have our own autonomy police, which is the Mossos d'Esquadra, and we also have the Spanish police, which is Policía Nacional. Any paperwork that has to do with identity and everything, I had to go through the Spanish government, and it's expedited in Spanish. All my education, diplomas, and information about my education system is done in Catalan. When I have exams, I can't decide if I want to do them in Catalan. If they can't serve me Catalan, by law, they need to give me Spanish with more time. And all my education system is served up to high school. It's mainly in Catalan, and second language is Spanish. Then we have third language of English, which is mandatory in schools. Then as a free choice, sometimes we get French or German. But everyone who is living and has studied in Catalonia speaks Spanish. We speak Catalan as an extra. It's not that we pick one or the other, we speak both. I personally grew up in, we usually, when you grow up in a bilingual space, you talk about Spanish-speaking family and Catalan-speaking family. There are friends in which I speak Catalan with because they are more Catalan. If someone is introduced to me in Catalan, I tend to speak in Catalan with them. I speak Catalan with like 60% of force in the time office. My family is Spanish speaking because they come from the center of Spain. But like Mama Toki is a teacher, so she speaks perfectly Catalan. When I talk about education and school and kids, usually I swap to Catalan. When I speak more like comfortably and like with my family and I'm more loose, I speak Spanish. I feel more comfortable explaining my emotions and talking in English because I have been online for more than 15 years. And I mainly speak English with my friends nowadays. So, and you know, knowing this history and everything, I want to say that we have our own autonomy government, which we vote, as well as the Spanish government. And the left movement has grown up a lot. This person here is Carlos Puigdemont. You know him because of the referendum. And like nowadays, there's a lot of like, you know, when we talk about left in Spain, means it's a separatist movement which fights for like the republic and doesn't support the monarchy. In Spain, there's a democratic monarchy governing system, which means we have, you know, a king that's married, or King Felipe is married to Queen Letizia, and they have Princess Leonor and Princess Sofia as daughters. Before Princess Leonor was born, we had only male heir policy that it was changed when Princess Leonor was born. They changed the constitution, and Princess Leonor will be our first princess to raise to the throne. Okay? But that's it. That's it. A lot of like young people nowadays we have a very divided mentality. There's a lot of people that think that Catalonia should be independent and have a referendum, but the Spanish government and the constitution say it can't do, and a lot of big part of the community and the population thinks that, you know, let's make Spain great again, and they are, you know, more of the right, and they support the monarchy. And so it's a very divided. It's really hard to find a middle ground. We're always going between Pepe and PSOE, which is either more of a centrist leftist or centrist rightish. It's like they try to be liberal, but they don't commit because politicals cannot openly advocate against the monarchy. It's a bit of a tight and complicated situation that has a lot of in-depth roots. So I hope that helped understand a bit. Do you have any questions? That's my PowerPoint presentation. I hope you like it. I hope it helped understand a bit of why I wanted to share today. Reminder that there's merch. I don't need my notes anymore. Like, I know everything. I made notes. There's the new music video that's pinned. There's new merch that you can do the admiration merch to get Toki merch. The story was written by Lapis. I hope you like it. Also, make sure the credits for everyone are on the description of the video. I also posted it on Twitter. Please give a lot of love to everyone. They did wonders when I was looking for one non-English, non-Japanese song. Old as fuck song. I gave my instrumental guy an old live version of the song because this song was sung by Shakira, but I like the original more. They did wonders. The mixing and tuning person did amazing work. When I was singing Catalan, the person who did the MV, I gave them like all this footage recorded in 4K by myself. Also, if you wonder how we recorded that, Papa Toki was driving, I was recording. Thank you, Papa Toki and Mama Toki, for helping me with my bullshit. But yeah, that's all. I hope you like it. What do you think? Did I talk too fast? I'm so sorry. I'm a bit nervous. We're done. The one singing and reading the story, man, I had to record that story 5 times. I have discovered I don't know how to read. I know how to speak. I don't know how to read English like that in the book. I was like stumbling upon my words so much. Maybe we can show the music video one more time for those that just joined and while I grab a quick drink. Let me show you. That's what the singing is about. That's what the explanation was about. Give me a second. Here it goes. Bye. I'll be back in a second. Watch it.
En la terra humida escric, nena, estic boig per tu. Em passo els dies esperant la nit. Com et puc estimar si de mi estàs tan lluny? Servil i acabat, boig per tu. Sé molt bé que des d'aquest bar jo no puc arribar on ets tu, però dins la meva copa veig reflexada la teva llum. Me la veuré servir i acabar, boig per tu. Quan no hi siguis al matí, les llàgrimes es perdran entre la pluja que caurà avui. Em quedaré atrapat, ebri d'aquesta llum, servil i acabat, boig per tu. Sé molt bé que des d'aquest bar jo no puc arribar on ets tu, però dins la meva copa veig reflexada la teva llum. Me la veuré servir i acabar, boig per tu. Sé molt bé que des d'aquest bar jo no puc arribar on ets tu, però dins la meva copa veig reflexada la teva llum. Me la veuré servir i acabar, boig per tu. Servir i acabar, boig per tu.
Man, it's making me want to cry. I'm not crying, you are. Man, I am very sad. Because Papa Toki helped me a lot to record all of these. Like Papa Toki and Mama Toki, I was like, I want to record Barcelona for something silly for, by strip sheet. I was like, can you drive me? Because going around Barcelona on feet and like with public transport would have taken me forever, and I was very sick. And Papa Toki is currently sick in the hospital, and I just came home to do this stream, and I'm getting a bit sad. So as soon as I'm done, I'll go back to the hospital to see him. He's okay. He's doing okay, but he's in pain. He's been there for like since Wednesday, and it makes me a bit sad thinking about it, because when I see him being vulnerable and in pain, I'm sad about it. And they drove me around. We went up to the mountain of Tibidabo to record all that nice view. Also, by the way, let me find the moment that the video shows. Because I'll point you where Toki, because you can see where Toki lives, somewhere around the bridge here. You see right there on the left? If you follow the coast all the way, you follow the coast for many kilometers, like not too many. That's where I am right now. This is my view and my life. This is literally what Toki, my heritage, my people. My people need me, kind of thing, Don't judge yourself. No, you know how many towns there are, and you know how many houses there are. Like, you're not gonna find me. This is my house. Come find me. No, there are many towns on the coast. The coast over here, Barcelona and Girona, is a very tourist place that everyone, comes to. I hope you liked it. I'm sorry, I prepared all of this for 23rd of April. Let's fake that it's 23rd of April. Make sure to use this as a sign to think a bit about your local roots and the traditions and your family stuff, and all that stuff that's interesting around us. I mean, wanna hear something funny? Like next to a train station, I'm not gonna point out exactly where, but it's somewhere that I pass a lot. There's a centenary tree that has grown around a sign. It's super, super nice. There's all these little things that we don't know about our own self. Now you know about my stuff. Now it's ready for the 23rd of April of 2020. No, that's not happening. I have a different stuff coming soon. I cook too slow. I'm sorry. I'm a slow cooker. Yeah. You have any questions? Is there any questions? I don't even know if I'm supposed to ask for questions. It's definitely the 23rd of April now. Yeah, I'm a time guardian, bitch. I can do whatever I want. If I say this is my stream, if I say today is 23rd of April, it's 23rd of April. Which, funnily enough, it's such a big important day for us. But it's not a free day. I work that day. Everyone works on the 23rd of April except Barcelona. Like, it's infuriating. Like, I'm working, like, my bosses will give me a rose, and I'm like, bitch, I want the free day, I don't want the fucking rose. It's like Valentine's. Think of it like Valentine's. It's like our Valentine's Day. A lot of people here celebrate Sant Jordi and not Valentine's, right? It's silly. And silly stream, silly Toki, silly song. But yeah. I think we're gonna grab it here. I don't have anything else to say unless you have any questions or anything should be cleared up for anyone. Time to order merch. Don't order if you don't have. Like, I put it out because I know people like this kind of stuff. Don't feel obligated. The money I make is minimum. You don't have to do it if you want to. I put it up for you guys. So, but don't give a like to the song. I like the song. I'm really proud of the song. Love my song. Also, the video is gonna be open on YouTube. So if you wanna go rewatch the stream, it's on YouTube as soon as I end the video because I'm streaming also on YouTube. Also, hello, thank you for watching. Don't forget to click like and survive and survive.